Yes, I am Aihya Bliss, and I am from Calgary, Alberta, near Lake Louise, if you guys are familiar with that. And I'm just out camping in the beautiful woods, and it's so magical out here. So grateful to
Good,
be here with you, Peter Mount Shasta,
good.
feeling the beautiful heart frequency.
So since you're in nature, obviously, very abundant Mother Nature, and
Mm-hmm.
you asked the question a minute ago about bringing nature and the I am together,
Mm-hmm.
and that's a very important question because I am contains both the mother and the father. The am is creation, is the mother energy where you create something. I is that vertical father aspect. It's like the cross. There's the the horizontal is nature in the world of duality, and the I is like will and pure consciousness, of non-duality. And then the two of them cross. That's in the heart. That's the Christ. That's the union of the Divine Mother and the Divine Father in the heart.
Wow,
So
yes.
when you meditate on I, you go inward and upward to the I am presence. That's like tuning into like the will of God, and the pure consciousness. But then you bring that down into the world through your body and you release it out from your heart when you say am. And then that's the world of creation. That's the Divine Mother bringing your will into being, into fruition. It's not
Mm-hmm.
your will, divine will. When you say I am, that is God in action, Mother, Father, God in action as a Christ
The codes,
being.
because we all have our own inner journey. And I feel that in order to know what that inner journey is, we have to listen and be present and just be in the peacefulness and the quietness of nature and the I am presence itself. And really, yeah, it's just overwhelming of joy, overwhelming of love. And yet last night when I was having a fire, it was like I was just so in like a heart space where I just wanted to love the fire and hug the fire. I was like, I love you, thank you,
That's
so
beautiful.
yeah, it
It's
was really
wonderful to
beautiful.
feel that gratitude. And that's a service. People say, oh, I need to have some cosmic service where, I'm famous in the world on the internet and all that, and I have a big following. But, that's not necessarily doing any more good than you're sitting there and sending that love out. I mean, you're a transmitter, you're an embodiment of the Divine Mother. And as you
Mhm.
feel that love and gratitude, that's going out to the whole world. That's affecting everybody.
Yeah. And the reason why it's affecting everybody is because we are truly one with everything,
Hmm.
right? We are one, we are the universe. Outside of us is the universe. So when we are loving ourselves, we're receiving the love back. It's like an infinite cycle of that eternal love,
Hmm.
right? You're loving your universe, you're loving yourself, and it's coming back from the outside world. So it's loving everybody within that world, within that universe. So everyone's receiving that love all at once. So it's like that's the most important role is feeling that love and feeling that connection with nature and feeling that heart frequency and gazing inward. And I really notice a difference when you truly do gaze your consciousness inward to your heart. It's like this divine ecstasy that pours through. It's like you get enveloped in this beautiful divine energy and listening to your guidance, like, the I am presence, Mother Gaia speaks through visions. If you get a vision, listen to it, and don't overthink it. Trust it and go see what happens, see what unveils. And that's why it's called Unveiled Mysteries.
Great,
What's
great.
and watching the mystery unfold before you as you're in the present moment, listening to the messages, listening to the visions that come through. Um, that's where the magic happens. And that's where we expand, and that's how we become more of this embodied love being.
Yeah, exactly.
Um,
So you
mhm,
mentioned in your message you'd like to work
mhm.
a little bit with the pearl meditation.
Mm, yes,
Yeah.
yes. The Pearl meditation, I really love that and love her
Mhm.
um, expression of it. I really feel connected to her, and I really love how you're sharing that with her, what she guided you through the meditation as well.
Yeah, I mean, the beauty is that any two people can do that. Theoretically, you can even do it in the mirror with yourself if nobody's
Mhm.
around, But, I traveled all over India in the Himalayas and lived with yogis up there, and um, they could work miracles, precipitate objects and not age and things like that. But none of them taught me this,
Mhm.
how to bring that consciousness down into the human. A lot of the focus was just going into the oneness, and then duality disappears, and you're in this state of oneness where there's no self. But the problem is we are in the world, we are in relationship, and we have jobs and things like that and families, so that consciousness, we have to be able to access that consciousness of oneness, but still be present and relate to each other, and
Mhm.
to see the God in each other and the goddess in each other, So
Mhm.
when I met Pearl, I mean, Saint Germain had materialized in front of me in a physical body in Muir Woods. And that story is in my book, Apprentice to the Masters. But he sent me to study with Pearl in Mount Shasta. And I was fortunate to be with her for a number of years before her ascension. But when I walked in the room, she just seemed like an ordinary lady. She was not someone had a lot of followers in India like Ananda May Mai. And she said, "Would you like to meditate?" And I said yes. And I was going to sit on the floor and close my eyes, and go into deep meditation. She said, "You can meditate with your eyes open." I said, "Really?" And she said, "Yes, just turn your attention inward." And I did. And then she said, "Now feel like there's a golden sun in the center of your chest, in the center of your being. There's a golden sun that's emanating love. And then just feel, I am the Son of God, S-U-N, and I am divine love pouring forth. I am the living light." When I said I am the living light, I actually saw a burst of light in the room, like someone turned on the light switch. And I was so shocked because I said, wow, I saw the light. There is a light. It's not just a metaphor. That light is real, And then we just sat there with our eyes open, looking at each other, feeling that God presence in each other. She was saying, I am the presence of God sending love to Peter. And I was saying the same thing. I am the presence of God sending love to Pearl. Or I can say, I am sending divine love to Aihya,
Mhm.
and just
That's
sit there. We can
amazing.
feel that
Mhm.
passing back and forth. We could do it for a minute if you like.
Yeah, I would love that.
There's
Mhm.
no space. It's like I'm sitting there in that field with you.
Mhm. I feel. Mm. I am the living light, sending the divine love to Peter.
I am divine love flowing forth to Aihya. I am divine love flowing forth into the hearts of all who watch this recording.
Mm. Yes, I am sending divine love to all that is here. Mm.
I am God in action.
Mm. I am God in action.
And you can say, if you want, I am the goddess in action,
I,
sending my
I
love
am the
forth
goddess.
to the universe. Yeah.
I am the goddess of light in action. I am the divine mother in action. Mhm.
But it's said with the humility of that love, it's not like ever an ego, I am, it's like that's the ego wants to take charge of it, it's more like the surrender,
Mhm.
surrender
The
to the
oneness,
love.
the oneness with that presence of the divine mother and the divine goddess.
So the first step is
Mhm.
really to go within, to feel that presence, to feel that love within yourself. And then when you say I am, that gives it direction, and to feel that divine presence within yourself, just to feel that and sit in it is a tremendous service to humanity.
Mhm.
Like that tree behind you is doing the same thing.
Mhm.
It's just being, sending out its divine essence, into the world, just being a tree.
Yeah. They're the sentient beings here holding space of love. And that's why our biofield, and that's why we feel so good coming out to nature, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's the whole reason why I'm on this journey, is to really share this with the world, with how the trees and the plants are sentient beings emitting these beautiful frequencies out. And the trees are our friends, they're so giving, so loving. So it's nice for us to give love ourselves through our hearts and recognize them and appreciate them and adore them, because they're really holding space for all of us here and on humanity to process and go through our awakening and through our healing and to dive deeper into our hearts. So
Beautiful.
yes,
Beautiful.
so
Well, you're doing good work, so keep it up.
thank you. Yeah, and once we start listening to, our heart, like that's where the magic happens. That's the most important thing, is really committing to listening to your heart and to what's around you, and just choosing to go on that path of self-mastery of, how can we be more aware and connected to ourselves in a deeper way, where we can love others and connect it with others in a deeper way. So yeah, and that's why I've been starting a movement. I've been starting a music dance movement where we're going to be dancing with each other, seeing the divine within each other, opening our hearts and loving ourselves, embodying the I am presence, and um, seeing the light and the love within each other,
Great.
and celebrating, just celebrating as if everything's already here, that like we're living heaven on earth. It's already here right now, and just seeing the beauty in everything and adoring everybody and everything.
Beautiful.
So, and giving
Beautiful.
praise and gratitude for everything. So thank you.
Thank you. Well, we'll be
hmm
in touch. So
hmm
many blessings.
Many blessings. Thank you.